Good morning. This is December the 6th, Friday 2024. We are in BBA first semester, compulsory English class, where we have been reading David Galanter's thought-provoking argumentative essay, Computers and the Pursuit of Happiness, which raises the question, does technology make us happy, or do people make us happy? And argues that it is people who really can make us happy, not technology, not information, not internet. And in the previous class, we were reading section 2, where the writer answers the question, have computers been good or bad for mankind since they were invented roughly 50 years ago? And he develops his argument that computer or technology like that may help us get a lot of information or get a lot of wealth, but wealth or money can never buy happiness. Information can never buy happiness. And then he shows with some examples how he used to play with bat and balls when he was a child, and how his children play on computers. And then he gives example of technological change and how it changes social structure. He brings the analogy of the plumbing technology and says that when you have a communal well, it may be inconvenient to walk there to bring water, but the communal well has a plus point. It is more neighborly. You meet people there. You talk, you make matches, you date, you get the news of the town at the communal well because you meet people. But when plumbing comes, then you don't go to the communal well. It's more convenient. Water is just a touch away in the kitchen sink, but you are lonely in the kitchen. You don't meet people. Then he concludes that technology, the older technology, the previous system, like the technology of drinking water from the riverside or communal well, that contained more human ingredient. And the newer technology, like plumbing or internet or World Wide Web, it contains more machine ingredient. And he hints that if a system has more machine ingredient, it may not make you as happy as a system which contains more human ingredient. And he echoes the paragraph 1 where he said that we needed food, we needed shelter, we needed clothing, we needed concrete, we needed iron, steel, even in the past. But then he says, even today we need food, lodging and clothing. But above all, he said in paragraph 1, I guess, or 2, 3, above all, we need each other. So that argument that to be happy in life, we need each other. And if technology, if mobile phone comes between two people, this cannot make us happy. As I see you, 2, 3 girls, you sit in a file, one after another, and you are not talking to yourself. You're busy with the mobile phone. So throw the mobile phone and talk to a friend, you'll be happier. That was the argument he made. Now we were in paragraph 24, right? Now let's move to 26. There is some problem with paragraphing. Can somebody help if you have the book with you? Can you help me? Those who have the book, New Directions. Does anyone have the book, New Directions? Does anyone in this class have the book, New Directions? I want to verify the paragraph number in just a minute. Just a minute. Because I have scanned it for classroom purpose, there seems to be a problem. Let me check. Okay. Paragraph 24. Then if mankind, 25. I made a mistake. This is 25. Is breathing helpful? Just a minute. 25, 26, right? This one. Now it's correct. Okay, let's read from paragraph 25 onwards quickly. It has 37 paragraphs and finish. Pay attention. I'll read line by line and explain and make notes if necessary. If mankind were somehow prevented from continuing to invent technology, continuing to develop computers and software, that would be a tragedy. So look, he is positive about technology. He says that mankind will continue inventing technology. And as I read this line, written in 1997, now we are in 2024, and we have Elon Musk, right? Who comes up with these crazy ideas about Tesla car or Tesla Pi mobile phone or Starlink and many more. Elon Musk is planning to land on Mars. Elon Musk says that he wants to relocate human beings to other planet. Look his crazy ideas, right? So we will continue inventing. Inventing is like breathing for us, right? It's in human nature. And the world would suffer. If there is no invention, the world will suffer. So he supports technology, but his point is that we cannot value technology more than human being. We cannot value technology more than human life. Nothing comes more naturally to us than building and playing with machines. Very natural. Look, I give an example from my side to prove this point, that building and invention is very natural. Last time I had a pipe, 4-inch pipe, bringing water. I connected a half-inch pipe from this to take water to my home. And the problem was stones would enter this half-inch pipe. Now this half-inch pipe had a socket somewhere, and this stone will get stuck here, and the pipe will be clogged, and water supply will be closed to my home. Now I had this problem. I look my invention. I took a 20-liter Asian paint bucket, right? I bought one plastic, bowl that people use in kitchen to clean vegetables and flush water. A bowl with holes, plastic bowl. I put the bowl, it had holes, right? It had holes. Then what I did, I put water from this side, the river water. I took out the water from this side to go home. Now the dirty water with pebbles comes in. Pebbles are stuck here. Clean water comes in and it goes to my home. Now my pipe is not clogged anymore. But I had a problem. The problem I had was when I closed the lid, there was upward pressure in this bucket. And this lid was lifted up and water began to leak. It didn't work. Then I went to many engineers. Finally, I went to Mahabirpur. I went to Mahabirpur at Innovation Center Kirtipur, TU, and I described this problem. And Mahabirpur said, he gave an idea. He said, you place one pipe here and take this pipe up and put it in the water tank nearby. And he said that now if you put a pipe here, the pressure built will be released through this pipe and there won't be pressure. I did that. I made another bucket. And then additionally what I did, I bought one iron plate here. I bought another iron plate here. I bought long nut and bolt, 4 nut and bolt. And I clamped the 2 plates and pressurized the cover in such a way that now there is no leakage of water. It's 10 days, it's working. I gave this example. I'm a teacher, not engineer. And when I went to make this thing at the shop, the engineer was surprised. I said, my point is, human beings are very inventive. They are very creative. Whenever they have a problem, they find a solution. How do they find a solution? By being ingenious, by being creative, by developing technology. Therefore, you cannot stop people from building technology, right? Okay, nothing comes more naturally than inventing. Inventing technology is the intellectual equivalent of breathing. For us, inventing technology is like breathing. We cannot live without breathing. We cannot live without inventing. We cannot live without breathing. We cannot live without inventing. Whenever we have a problem, we build a solution, right? It's very natural. Paragraph 26. Is breathing helpful? Yes, because we will die if you don't breathe. Will it conduce to a, is it conduce or educe? What is the word, someone? Can I get the book? Paragraph 26. Where is 26? Will it conduce? Yes, sir, there is a typo. Please correct in your printed book. There is a typo here. Will it conduce to a better word? Conducive means better for living. Conducive environment means better environment. The word conducive, conducive means something that supports learning and good thing. Will it conduce to a better world in 2050? Right again, but only, yes, but only in a certain sense. Look, breathing is helpful, but just because you breathe does not mean your life, your quality of life is better. Breathing is helpful, but it is only helpful to make you alive. Right? Even sick people are breathing. We are breathing. Breathing doesn't guarantee quality of life. It is a minimum requirement to survive. But after breathing, you need fine clothes, you need fine food, you need fine house, right? It does not guarantee quality of life. In the same way, technology is like breathing. We can't live without technology. But just as breathing is not enough to guarantee quality of life, technology is not enough to guarantee quality of life. What we need people to make our life good quality life. Right? In 1991, I published a book called Mirror Worlds. In a way, it was a celebration of computing technology, although it was ambivalent about computers in the end. It predicted the emergence of software versions of real-world institutions that you would tune in. Look, software versions of real-world institutions. You may have had online classes during COVID time last couple of years back. So what is software version of institution? Your college is on the laptop. This is not a software version. This is a material version. You can pinch the cheeks of a teacher and know if he is a real teacher. I'm not a virtual teacher, right? You're not a virtual girl there. You're a real girl there, right? A real place, real people. that it would tune in by means of a global network. It claimed that this would be a good development. Today, many people run classes online on Zoom and OBS software, on Google Meet and other platforms. You would be able to tour the world. For example, you all know about Google Earth, right? Google Earth. If you log in Google Earth, you can choose any place and have a street view. And Google Earth will take you through gullies, and you can have a feel like you're there. Or moreover, if you wear a VR, you put on a VR, the goggles kind of cover on your head, you have this impression that you are actually in that place, right? Without changing out your pajamas from a bedroom. These mirror worlds would be the new public square on the laptop. You can walk around Basantapur right here using Google. You can walk around Everest Base Camp right here using Google Earth, for example. Do you know, I heard that somewhere in the Everest region, they have placed a live camera, and that is running 24-hour with solar panel. And now there is a web address. If you log into the website, you can see that Everest region live from anywhere in the world, right? This idea. The new public square would monopolize the energy and attention of thousands, broadcast an aesthetic and world view to millions, mold behavior and epitomize the age. You know, will you like to, will you prefer a virtual tour or will you prefer a real tour of Everest region? You're given an option. Option 1, the class will really go to Everest region, spending 10 days, 11 days. Option 2, you will give your software connection and you upload software and watch the area. Which you will prefer, first or second? First. You want the real, not the virtual, right? So his point is that virtual reality cannot make us happy. Up in one point he said that, no, not this one. Was this one or yes, this one, I guess. He said that we cannot be happy with virtual sex, virtual food, virtual tour. I don't know. Was this one or the previous author? I forgot. Move ahead. Talk about modest claims. Although in looking back at the web boom that began in 1994, they seem, if anything, too modest in predicting that the software revolution hasn't begun yet. But it will soon. I was basically right. The industrial age ushered in new categories and possibilities, and computers and software are creating new possibilities too, new types of structures that are just as unprecedented as the Eiffel Tower. If you remember in previous paragraph 22-23, he said that every new technology creates new social structure. It creates new, it changes society. It changes society. 29. Consider an online school now. Such a school might offer guided nature walk. Do you know, in England I heard that in certain school they appointed an AI as a school principal. They appointed artificial intelligence as school principal. And Elon Musk, I heard him saying that Elon Musk is planning to sell robots soon that will replace home servants at your home. They will cook for you, they will wash for you, they will clean the house for you, they will go to the shop nearby to bring things for you. They will replace servants. I'm afraid this is a dangerous thing. This is very dangerous, right? Because what if the robot replaces your spouse? Just imagine Just imagine how dangerous even the thinking is, right? Even the thinking is. Consider an online school. Such a school might offer guided nature walks through teeming, chattering, blossoming rainforest. There is a lesson in your book. Can I get that? It's a small story, beautiful story in this book, sorry. In your chapter, the same chapter, Technology and Mass Media, here is a beautiful story. I'll encourage you to read it. The story is, wait a minute. Don't touch that dial. This is a story about virtual reality. On page number 176, I will highly encourage that please read this story to understand this paragraph. Here is a girl for whom, here is a handicapped girl, physically disabled girl, and she cannot walk. So her father builds an online city for her, online village, online colony, online building, virtual building. And he creates virtual gardening. And the girl wakes up midnight to put water in the flowers. And none of these are real. These are all virtual. A wonderful story. Don't touch that dial. Where a father creates a virtual world for her physically disabled daughter to make her happy. But finally the story shows that the daughter has everything virtual. She's not happy. When is she happy? At the end of the story, when the story ends, the daughter in a wheelchair comes out of a room to the garden where her mother is doing gardening. And when the daughter joins mother doing gardening, then only she is happy. So the story proves that the daughter is happy only when she works with the mother. She is not happy in the virtual world, laptop or screen. Again, the same point proving here, virtual reality cannot make you happy. Consider an online school. Such a school might offer guided nature walks through teeming, chattering, blossoming rainforests of the intellect, where your guide knows exactly what you are capable of, can make the path expand or shrink to suit you, can point out the biggest vistas or the tiniest orchid, and the whole structure can be moved in cyberspace. See the word cyberspace. What is cyberspace? You put on the goggles and then you see the unreal reality, right? Where anyone who likes can climb aboard instead of merely reteaching the same class year after year. We could make the path better every year. As a student follows a trail, we could turn that trail into his personal diary for review or revisiting whenever he likes. He could keep his whole school career in his back pocket, in a laptop, in a mobile. We could plant pictures. Remember, when he wrote this line, mobiles were not that popular or not that much in use, or maps at the center of lessons if they belonged there, instead of pasting them in as afterthought. What he is talking about is, he is talking about digital reality here. He is talking about virtual reality here. For example, look, this smart board. If I was using this traditional whiteboard, I won't be able to use red color so easily. Now I can use other colors also. I can save this screen. I can right now switch my screen and go to internet and show you something from YouTube. I cannot do that over there. So this board makes possibility of 3-dimension, 4-dimension presentation, whereas that board has only 2-dimension presentation, right? Okay. And these new software structures could be world-spanning. For example, I take my mobile phone and go to a messenger and click on my son's icon. Now we are connected. We talk. He's in Kansas, America, I'm in my home, and we talk. Look how we got connected, right? Connecting the right student to the right teacher. For example, do you know about this something? There is a platform in Nepal, Sogun something. They run online classes. I forgot the full name, and I see their ad on Facebook sometimes. You pay some money, click, and you can choose a teacher you want to study with. You can choose a time. You can choose a subject, and you can study any subject anytime. See that freedom. You don't have to be here at 7 and get anger at Divakar for being late. You can study from your home comfort at your time, right? If Mrs. Feinstein is the English teacher for little Kate Smith, then whenever Mrs. Feinstein lives, wherever, Auckland or anywhere, whatever hours she keeps, whatever her formal qualifications, we could patch her into the system. For example, I have my YouTube channel. I take my class, record the class like this. I upload in my channel. If you miss my class today, you can be staying at home. In the evening, you can watch my video. And at least know what happened in the class, for example, right? I would rather put Kate, now look, this is very important. Now in this paragraph, David Galanter says what he would do if he had two choices, virtual school, real school. I would rather put Kate in an actual school, not a virtual school. 25 years before, I used to teach Gulmore English. In class 8 Gulmore English, there was one story. I still remember. In those days, we didn't have computer when I taught that story. And in the story, there was a student, and he could not do homework. There was too much homework. So he imagined a computer where he would insert his copy like a floppy disk. And the computer will do all the homework for him. Today, I give you assignment, you use ChatGPT, do assignment, and submit me. That has become possible. What was just an imagination 20 years before has become a reality today. So what is imagination today can be a reality in next 10 years, right? I would rather put Kate in an actual school. Why? Why does he say he doesn't prefer virtual school? Where actual teachers could look her in the face. I come down and I look her in the face. She has the real feeling of a real teacher there. What if there was a laptop and I was on the screen? Will she have the same human experience of meeting a teacher face to face when she's using a laptop? Probably not. The point here is the experience you have when you are surrounded by real human being is unmatchable. Nothing can give you that experience. The joy that you get when you stand with your daddy holding your hand and your daddy on the computer screen. Will you prefer the daddy on the screen or daddy in reality? In reality, right? So nothing can match the human being. In the face, when they are trying to teach her something, but look, I walked down, I went to her, I went to her, I went to her, I might go over there. Look. But American education is in desperate trouble. Now look, this is criticism. This is criticism. Why? And under the circumstances, software-based teaching, like on Zoom, like on Google Meet, like on Skype, like on OBS software, online teaching, is probably our best hope. In the future, look, he is writing this line in 1997. We will compare our ubiquitous software. Ubiquitous means present everywhere. You are in the bus and school runs Zoom class, log in, use data and attend the class. You are in a hotel, your class starts, attend the class. Schools, to the face-to-face education of the pre-1970s, the way we compare online shopping to long ago main streets. We will be wistful as usual, but not wistful enough to do anything about it. On the whole, we will be content. We will be wistful means we will like to go back to face-to-face shopping, to face-to-face teaching and learning. His point is that virtual reality cannot make us as happy as real reality, physical reality makes us happy. Of course, we are talking about new software structure, not mere computers, not mere information. And we are talking about something that could happen but hasn't yet. He is writing this line in 1997. Don't forget, we are in 2024. It has already happened. We can have Google Street View of any place today. You have driverless cars. You have driverless other transport systems, right? If computers do good in the next 50 years, the good they are most likely to do lies, now he's answering the question. We have been using computers for the last 50 years. Have they been good or bad? Now he's answering the question. Look his answer. If computers do good in next 50 years, the good they are most likely to do lies in helping mankind know itself better. Mark this answer. Mark this answer. What technology can do? The best thing that technology can do, what technology should do, help mankind know itself better. Yesterday, I was watching a short video of a Japanese scientist. I forgot his name, very famous. He says that even today, there are two mysteries that science is not able to solve. One of them, he was saying that science is still not able to solve what is inside behind the two eyes, the mind. Even today, science is not able to solve the puzzle of human mind. Science is not able to solve the puzzle of human mind. Another mystery, he said, when the James Webb telescope was installed recently, we had Hubble telescope previously, and James Webb telescope showed other galaxies. And then the theory of Big Bang is proven to be false now. Now we need another theory to justify the story of creation. And that scientist from Japan was saying that even science is not able to explain the mystery of creation and the mystery of human brain. Here he says, even a supercomputer cannot compete with human brain, because it is the human brain that creates supercomputer. Tesla Pi is made from Elon Musk's brain, right? Read here. Machines can move faster than we do, no doubt. So it cannot be that the important thing, the distinguishing thing about humans is how fast we are. Cannot be how strong we are. Cannot be how well we do. Arithmetic. It might easily be that in 50 years machines will be smarter than we are. Why 50 years? Just in 27 years, he wrote this line in 1997. And after 27 years, in 2024, we have ChatGPT, Gemini and other AI. We have machines now that seems to be smarter than human being. I was watching Elon Musk in an interview in Dubai. And Elon Musk says, within years, we will be able to copy the human mind in a computer. Meaning that soon computers will be as creative as the human mind. Elon Musk is saying, who has Neuralink chip transplant already done in a patient with paralysis. He transplanted his Neuralink in the brain of a paralyzed patient, and now that patient imagines a word and the computer can type the word. The patient can live easier life just without using the body. He imagines a sentence, the computer can type the sentence. Look what Elon Musk is doing. So this idea that machines will be smarter than we are is happening, but it has a limitation because the human ingenuity has no limit. Human ingenuity has no limit. Move ahead. But I don't think, look his opinion now. But I don't think we will conclude that to be human is no big deal. No. To be human is big deal. After all, I have heard one of technology's most honored, distinguished men tell a large audience how he wished human beings would stop thinking that they are somehow different from animals. There's a poem in your course. There's a poem in chapter 5, Work, where there is a scene where human beings and machines are grazing in the field together. And a machine is watching. A beautiful poem that was written long ago when CCTV cameras were not invented. And before CCTV cameras were invented, this beautiful poem imagines a CCTV camera. Here is the poem in your course. This is a poem. Let me show you the beautiful poem. Yes, here is a poem. A beautiful poem. Let me show you. Wait a minute, I'll show you. Yes. All washed over by machines of loving grace. Page 182. In this poem, there is a scene where machines are grazing like goat and another machine is watching like a shepherd. Today, you have CCTV camera watching us. And this poem was composed in 1960s, when we probably did not have CCTV camera system. Look, that's why it is said literature always presents future at present. Literature presents future at present. Let's finish. How he wished human beings would stop thinking that they are somehow different from animals. It pained him to hear the old canard about man's uniqueness. He is offering us an easy out. It is simple to be an animal and complicated. Friedrich Nietzsche said, buffaloes must be happier than human beings because buffaloes don't remember their history. Human beings are sad because they have a history. This memory, human beings have this feature, remembering, right? He is offering us an easy out. It is simple to be an animal and complicated, Lord knows, to be a man. Should we stop trying, call it a day and relocate to the barnyard? No, we can't be animal, right? Because it is difficult to be an animal. We can't be animal because it's difficult to be a man. Not yet. Most of us are not quite ready to toss out the scraps of now. Another topic comes. Why man is unique? Because man has morality. Machines don't have morality. Last year in South Korea, an incident happened. There was an assembly line where goods were being packaged. A robot was packing goods. A worker came there. Robot got confused. The robot thought that the worker is a package, and using its arms, the robot picked the man and just threw the man like a packet, and the worker died. He was the first person in the world to die because of an AI machine. Google and you will see the news. It happened in South Korea a year ago. A man was killed mistakenly by a robot because robot thought he is a packet. Okay, not that most of us are not quite ready to toss out scraps of morality and sanctity. We have peace together. Look, we believe about purity. We believe about ethics, right and wrong. Machines don't have ethics. Machines don't have this idea of purity. Over the long, hard centuries, they may look shabby, but they are the best clothes we own. What they means morality. They means the idea of purity. They might even be as important as internet. Now he says morality, purity is as important as internet. I think we'll decide not that we are merely animals after all, but that our uniqueness lies beyond strength, speed, and intellect. Why are we unique? Because we have ethics. Why are we unique? Because we have the concept of sanctity. Read ahead. People have said so for a long time. Of course, chances are that 50 years from, thanks to computers, many more people will believe it. Chances are that now, 50 years from now, we will be grateful to computer technology for showing us what marvelously powerful machines we can build. Look, man is unique because man can build the supercomputer. A computer cannot build a Superman. Computer cannot build a Superman. But a man can build a supercomputer. And how little they mean after all. Look the point. Technology means little in comparison to human being. That's the conclusion. Technology means little in comparison to human being. Now we have a letter that was written to this editor. Let's read this letter. Now this is opposing view. Somebody read this article and he has disagreement. See the counter argument. To the editor, in his article Computers and the Pursuit of Happiness, David Galanter completely misses the key points. Look the disagreement, look the counter argument. For one thing, while it is true, as he writes, that our need for food, shelter and clothing has not changed significantly because of technology, the methods of acquiring these goods have changed. Today, I get these foods online. I get clothes online, right? I do not have to hunt for lunch today. I can click online and order with this spear. Rather, it is produced and distributed very efficiently with the help of computers and factories. For another thing, and of far greater importance, the internet extends the very substantial changes in Western civilization brought about by the printing press. So internet is contributing to democracy. Internet is contributing to human freedom. Internet is contributing to spread of good ideology around the world. The printed word enabled Western civilization's overthrow of monarchical systems of government. Suddenly, a sea change in the way we once lived and thought. In our own lifetime, television was the pivotal factor in overthrowing the Soviet regime. In 1991, USSR disintegrated. Mikhail Gorbachev was the last president of Soviet Russia. And in 1991, one country, USSR, became 20-30 countries. And look today, Ukraine and Russia are having war. They were the one country 30 years before. In our own lifetime, television was the pivotal factor in the overthrow of Soviet regime. See the word regime. Regime is a negative word. Regime is a country ruled by army or dictatorship. accomplishing quietly what all American missiles could not. Today, the internet is challenging China's ability to repress the development of ideas in that culture too. Now, I don't think this essay will be allowed to be taught in China because this writer is, ideologically criticizing Chinese political system. To suggest that a worldwide person-to-person medium will have little or no impact, as Mr. Galanter does, is to be an extreme Luddite. The web holds the potential of increasing our ability to deal with our own government's bureaucratic complex. Look what we do. The government does something, and in social media, you oppose. Government steps back. So you can use internet to put pressure on your government to follow what you want it to follow. For example, which is the greatest thing to individual freedom today. So internet can contribute to individual freedom by enabling people to oppose government's anti-people policies. We, the electorate, the voters, can follow bills through committee. I remember how Sumana Shrestha last time shared a bill in the parliament saying that this bill is in table being passed and please oppose, and people began to form opinion against the bill, right? Through debate and correspond directly with our representatives and the staff, ultimately the internet may help facilitate direct voting on important issues such as taxes and government spending. Recently, India had elections and India used EVM, electronic voting machine, right? And that electronic voting machine uses computer technology. Most important, the internet will bring comprehensive education to more and more people. Look, yesterday, I had a comment in my YouTube channel. Sir, ma B.Ed first year ko student ho. तपाईको भिडियो हेरेर मैले जाँचको तयारी गरिरहेको छु. मेरो कोर्सको अरु एस्सेको पनि समरी राखिदिनु न. There was a comment. And I said, what is the book you study? Probably he studies this book, The New Directions, in his course. And he's watching these videos. But he sees that not all videos are there. And he says, please, can you help me? Look what is happening. Somebody, I don't know where he lives, without paying any money to me, is using my classroom to pass their exam. So you can use internet to educate people in the remote areas cheaply, right? Through the world, Marshall McLuhan gave us the startling image of a camel driver listening to a radio in the desert, no longer separated from the rest of the world. Internet connects you with the world. Internet connects you with the world. Actually, मैले सुनेको थिएँ, नाम बिर्सेँ, एउटा शेर्पा. He went to climb Mount Everest, and because of climate problem, he had to pass one night on Everest in a certain camp. And when in interview they asked, how did he survive? You know what his answer was? त्यहाँ त कान्तिपुर एफएम आउँदो रहेछ. रातभरि कान्तिपुर एफएम सुनेर बसेको नि म चिसोमा. I was surprised. See technology. On Mount Everest, one climber says he entertained himself to pass the night, cold night, listening to radio, and Kantipur was available over there because of computer technology, right? So the meaning is, internet can connect you with anybody around the world. The internet will extend not just communication, but a universe of educational experience to all the remote peoples of the world. You know, I had one comment. There's a girl in Japa. She is physically, she has visual impairment. She can't see. So she wrote a comment. Divakar sir, I study MA in your subject, and I watch your videos and prepare this subject. I wish there were other teachers who could upload videos in their subject. Else, otherwise I could prepare. In that way, I could prepare myself also, right? See, internet can be used to facilitate educational experiences in remote areas, even if their remoteness is the result of economic rather than geographical factors. The impact of this is spreading education. Internet can help us spread education is unpredictable, but if history is any example, it will enhance freedom. So, internet will bring education, and education will bring human freedom. That's all. We stop here. It took a long time to finish it, right? I was simply demonstrating you should read like this. Thank you.